Free. Welcome, Zen Benefiel. So glad to have you.
So glad
There's so
to
much to
be here,
say.
Lonnie.
Zen was in Rattled Awake, the podcasters edition, and wrote a beautiful chapter called Silver Linings. And I was just wanting to know why. Why did you write that? What?
It's a beautiful question. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Huge impetus came from my history, actually. At 18, I was given a mission of helping to facilitate harmony among people and planet. Well, it was a mess for a long time. COVID gave us the opportunity through the obsession on self-hygiene and sequestration to possibly have a moment to stop and look within and figure out maybe we're something more. And in so doing, in talking with my wife, I said, I really hope that people do this and that they have an idea of what they want to do in the future that's different than what they've had in the past. And then shortly thereafter, April of 21, she comes to me and she says, you really need to start talking to people again. You're brilliant. You got stuff to say. People love you. I give you permission. I'm like,
Gosh
yes,
darn it, people like you.
right. So the theme of One World, a New World then is to open up people across a panoply of professions across the world and talk about their inner experience, which they never get a chance to. We're bereft of that. We talk about the outside all the time, right? But when do we talk about the inside? And when we do with others, we're often deemed as crazy. So let's put that aside. Let's talk to people, get them real, authentic, talking about their own experiences, what they've directly experienced in their own inner awareness development, be it a voice, a vision, personal experiences with others, what have you. Everybody's got a story. And so we're able to bring those out and talk about them openly, dig deep, even have a generative conversations where I ask questions they've never been asked before. And then they mentioned that. And, oh, I never thought about it that way. And then we have this wonderful conversation from a different perspective on the same thing that we were just talking about. So these kinds of things give others the opportunity to see themselves, recognize their own purpose, path, mission, passion, even for life, living and building a new world order of harmony among people and planet, which is what my mission is. So why not take the step up, let my imposter self take a vacation for a while and step in and be the person authentically that I am. And I love to talk to people and can go as deep as you want because my own direct experience is probably the widest you've ever experienced once you
No
get to.
doubt. No doubt. If you guys haven't had a chance to get to know Zen, I recommend it. One World in a New World podcast it's on YouTube. Totally subscribe, guys, because it is just a plethora of high thinkers, freed spirits, and really open-minded chats that we're all looking to have. And in your chapter in Rattled Awake, the podcasters edition, was a beautiful foray from all that you've come through, and now you're just embracing that who that is you behind all that you do, and it's a you're right, it's a beautiful thing what you're doing.
Well,
It
thank you.
is.
And
Yeah.
it really, the one of the other things it led to was interviewing the founder for Live and Let Live Global Peace Movement, of which I'm now operations director. So
Amazing.
it's fulfilling multiple things in my life path that I was hoping someday would happen, and now they are.
See, it's beyond hope. What calls to us is for us, and somehow it'll unfold for us. And
When we step into it, when we put that imposter self aside and say, okay, I'm going to do this, right? And just
well,
leap into the unknown with faith, love, and trust and let it flow.
yeah, it's amazing what happens when we just show up for it.
Mm.
Then it can, yeah. I mean, we're not in charge of how we breathe or anything, and it still works out. Hey, like it's just all sort of automatic. And
So many things are automatic when we begin to realize it.
they are. So if someone were to say, well, what would I get from your chapter? What's a feeling? What's a takeaway? What's a oh, you would definitely want to say?
Well, it gets you to question yourself, what your mission might be. Do you have something that you have passion and purpose towards that just it needs a little nudge for you to take that step in faith and leap into the unknown and find your own purpose and passion and live it, right? We're
Yeah.
all here. I love, one of my books is called The God Participle. And for all you English speakers, a participle, or non-English speakers, a participle is a verb that adds an ing and becomes a noun. So the God participle would be a very simple one, being.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Well, I highly recommend that they follow up. You have 32 titles on Amazon.
My 33rd is coming out on Sunday.
Oh my goodness. Well, so by the time you guys hear this, you will have had 33 books published. Deeply honored to have you in the Rattled Awake movement, Zen. Thank you for being part of it and for joining us today on Rattled Awake Cafe.
Such a pleasure to be here. It's in flow, and I love what you're doing, Lonnie. Thank you.
Thank you.